The good time. The good time. All right, let's see. I'm going to open up this. It says it's streaming on this. Okay, let's see. Are we live, pal?
Live pal.
Are we live, pal? Anybody, like, just let me know if you're in the chat. Did this fix the problem? Because, my goodness. I mean, it looks so far. It looks good on my end. Let's check Facebook. It looks like it's nice and smooth.
Uh-oh.
I think we might have fixed the problem, maybe. Maybe. We're gonna see as I open up everything to make sure that like I have my questions ready for you. As hopefully people will be in the chat. It looks like it's streaming. All right, let me message. What a mess! Can you check my stream? This is to my friend right now. Everything looks okay. We might actually get this to work. Maybe we don't have to do this tomorrow. So, anybody, like, I am so sorry. It looks really good, actually, on the stream. So, I'm just waiting to see if somebody, like, pops into the chat. So, wait, I'm getting a message. Just let me know. It looks like you're up and running. Yay! We did it!
Yeah.
I can't. Well, let's try this again. Welcome to the Indie Wrestling Corner with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your stressed out host, as always, the Queen of the Indies, Tiffany, and we're doing this again. So, welcome, my guest, Bobby Flaco. How are you?
Hello. What's up, guys? Thanks for hanging in with us. We made it.
Oh my God. I am so sorry to Bobby and anybody trying to listen to this stream. I feel so embarrassed because this doesn't happen. It could have been a router problem. It could have been an internet problem. So I apologize. So thank you to anybody that's been hanging with me. And please share the stream. Let's get some people in here. Let's ask some questions. Let's get this party started. So, all right. So let's start again since everything got all screwed up. Okay, we're gonna start from the beginning. So talk about how you got into professional wrestling.
All right. I always was into it, obviously, growing up, but you like go about life and don't chase your dreams. But I actually saw a friend. He's actually a luchador guy out here named Garuda, and we were in the same high school. And he ended up training at the WWA for, and I went and checked it out and liked it. And that was just all I needed was like a little bit of like, oh, like it can be done, like somebody's doing it, so I can fucking do it.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I know. Like we had Rico Gonzalez on a couple months ago, and like he had talked about it. So it's kind of that's pretty cool. So
Yeah, I love you guys.
shout out to Rico Gonzalez. All right, so we're gonna get into like your some of the matches and everything like that. But for a fan that's never seen you wrestle before, what is the go-to match that you would recommend for them to become an instant fan? Putting you on the spot here.
There's like my first like GCW scramble in Atlanta when I had the dirt bike out and did a bunch of shit with my dirt bike. That was cool. And then like maybe my most recent GCW matches, with one of which is Alec Price, or another is with Ariel Vongo. Those are my two. Those are like the recent favorites. But I'll always have like a sentimental thing with that, like scramble. I was like in Atlanta with my boys, and fucking Rico, I think, won it actually, and just doing my thing. So it was cool.
Great, great. All right, so we know this is a very big week for you. So shout out, we love action wrestling here on Indie Wrestling Corner. Shout out to Matt Griffin. He's been on this podcast. So everybody, you should be watching action wrestling. If you have not heard of it, like, I don't know what you're doing if you're listening to me or whatever like that. But let's backtrack a little bit. Pretty much, like, action's a wonderful promotion that we love. It's on my bucket list that I have to come down and physically see. But
Yeah.
you and Manders, you had a match. Manders is the action title holder. And you did win, but you have another shot this Friday. So talk to us a little bit about this.
Fucking excited, dude. Uh, get another shot, you know. I don't know, man. That's Action's kind of my home. Uh, I'm not too. I don't get too hung up on belts, but I think I really would be honored to like represent Action Wrestling and like take the championship all over the world. So, um, I think I got a lot of work ahead of me, but I think I'm really determined to get that motherfucker and make something happen with it, you know? Shout out Manders, but yeah, you know, yeah, y'all saw that shit. I had him down, but yeah, we'll see. It'll be fun regardless. It's close to my Action's like 20 minutes from my house, so a lot of my family's gonna be there. My friends are gonna be there, so it'll be fun regardless. We'll do dirt bike shit. It'll be sick.
Dirt bike shit. Let's go. Pretty much. So, yeah. So, you guys can watch this live at IWTV. You can get your tickets still. So, make it happen. I am going to get to one of these shows one of these days. This is on my bucket list. So, it is like my number one on my bucket list to one of the Action shows. So, it will happen. So, so good luck to you. Any more like maybe give us a little bit more of a background what like Action Wrestling, maybe some of your favorite matches at Action.
I had a really big one with Kurt Stallion back in the day. That was like a big with Stallion Rogers back in the day. That was like a big one for me. I've fucking done a lot of cool shit for Action for sure. I wrestled Jimmy Wang Yang at Action Wrestling. I don't know. I've done everything but have that title pretty much, you know. I've gotten to, a lot of times when they bring in the top guys, I get to work with them. So super duper stoked on everything I got going on there. We're still going to take it to the next level though.
Oh yeah. So are you going to exit out when you get the title with the dirt bike? Is that like the plan?
I'm still thinking about how I'm thinking, the number plate. Like maybe strap it right there, like the number plate, you know?
Yeah. I'm totally here for this.
Strapping around. Yeah, I'm excited.
Make sure you guys watch IWTV this week. All right, let's talk a little bit about GCW. I mean, you did talk about like you and Alec Price. I watched that match. You've been in scrambles. Like it's kind of nice. Like you come up this way. Like even like when it's in like Atlantic City and stuff. So and then I love seeing like the tweets or from the fans. I'm like, yeah, Bobby Flaco, we're here for that. So talk to us a little more in detail about working GCW.
It's kind of just become my place, you know. I'm getting ready to go to Hawaii with them, and at the end of the month, at the beginning of next month. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, man. Like, kind of like how I was with Evolve before. I'm kind of big on like finding a place and making sure you like the people there and you like the vibe there, obviously, and trying to find a place that's brings a high quality, if not the best caliber stuff to the table, and also is a place you'd like to like call home and be a part of the team, and then like proving that you like want to be a part of the team, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like the angle, the lens with which I look my relationship with GCW, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's the place I want to be right now. So that's where I'm putting my focus in on going. And apart from that, I'll just fucking, like travel the world and shit. You know what I mean? Be the Action champ, you know? But I don't know, man. It's like, I really like what they got going on, and it's a fucking awesome environment to be part of. And I'm always like learning something when I'm there. And mm-hmm. I'm always mind blown. The locker room's super supportive, and like every show I'm on, they're always like pointing out how the growth on the card. And it's like, yeah, it's cool, man. I appreciate my relationship with them.
That's cool to like even like going to Hawaii and stuff like that. And that's like one of the nice thing I guess about like being a wrestler is that you get to travel to all these different places and stuff. Have you been there before?
Never to Hawaii. No, I don't know.
Oh man. So we're looking forward to this one.
It's not a budget travel destination, that's for sure.
Oh, I'm sure I've heard that. So, if you go to Hawaii, because I had looked this up, that you can go like hug the cows.
Hug cows?
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
I think I posted this like a while ago, and I think it was like $10 or something, or $15 all day. Go hug the cows, or just like lay there and go hug them.
Sounds like a business idea, I'll tell you that. Fucking
Just get a cow. We're gonna name him Bruce.
horses are easier. I wouldn't even think it, but horses are easier. Or my fucking dad swears it.
But anybody can go anywhere to go, like, be with the horses. I feel like where are you gonna go to go cuddle a cow?
And yeah, I guess Hawaii.
We're going to Hawaii, guys. We're gonna go hug some cows.
Listen, I can. Hell yeah.
Bobby in the chat says, "What is Bobby's dream destination?" Ooh, good question.
I think like at this point, like Southeast Asia, like Cambodia or Thailand or fucking Vietnam, that type of shit. I think I'm gonna do that soon.
Ooh, totally here for that. That's pretty cool. All right, another. We got to talk about uncharted territory a little bit. All right, so uncharted territory was here, up in Mass mostly for a long time. So it was kind of nice to go down south and see, right? Because like, I think with a lot of promotions, and I think a lot of wrestlers could agree with me, is like you see the same stuff like a lot at a lot of like different promotions. I want more of like cross in my life, of cross promotions all the time. So it was nice to see, and I'm probably like known for, because I put a bunch of people from like the South onto this podcast or whatever, and there's a lot of people that are like here and they're not, maybe obviously they might not be familiar with you and everything like that. So I think this gave a very good opportunity to learn more, because everybody likes the uncharted territories and everything like that. So you and Adam Priest, got to work together a little bit about this. So shout out to Adam Priest. I love Adam Priest. Give us a little bit of a background with that.
Dude, that was sick. I'm fucking hell yeah. It's cool that it had that reach. Damn, yeah, I got a lot of respect for Adam. I remember I wrestled him now. That's fucking badass that I got to do that. Yeah, dude, we've always vibed in the ring. We've always clicked. Fucking Southern guy. You know what I mean? We can immediately talk about like we both. I'm to work for a living. You know what I mean? Like, not to say like that, but like we'll get there and talk like he does like windows and like works on the farm, and like I do like pressure washing and like works on a farm. But we also like both love wrestling, so I fuck with Adam Priest a lot. Honestly, I forget so much of my fucking matches. I'm fried. I guess what I remember from that match, thank you for reminding me, I think that's one where I bounced on the wall and came back and hit him with the cutter. But that's cool. I'm super happy for the success he's having right now. He deserves that shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm happy I was happy when he was Action Champion. For sure.
Definitely. So, shout out to him. I
love how he says Worcester. Worcester. That's like how I want to say it.
Well, most of us we're like Worcester. Like we're like, so it's kind of funny, and then you have like even me going up there, and it's like that thick New York accent, and then you get the Boston accent. So me and Alec Price are hysterical together, like when we talk or whatever. So it's a lot of accent. But yeah, Worcester, Worcester.
Worcester.
What is it? I don't know. Like,
I don't think it's Worcester.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Good cop, bad cop in the chat says, no pressure on you guys at all now. This interview will be memorable now, whatever. I am sorry. I am so sorry. Like, but sometimes when you just restart everything, we're good. We're here, like I feel really bad, but we're here and we're talking. So.
Bobby.
All right, another three-way match we got to talk about, because I remember like when I saw this and I was like, I have to watch this match, which was the three-way with you, Rico Gonzalez, Braden Toon at Forever Pro. This was good. If you guys didn't watch it, watch it. So like this was a really, really good match. I remember it being like hyped, like all over social. So tell us a little bit about that three-way.
Oh, if I could take something from that, it's Those two guys are pros, and they're pros because they're out there fucking taking in the best information there is on the best shows and like really hitting the road hard and like listening and like doing the right thing, you know? Got a lot of respect for those dudes. And I think it's a testament to just three dudes fucking doing their thing, like without anybody's bullshit, you know? And I think there's a thing to that in wrestling. Like, you know, um, we all want to ask the vet and we all want to like run everything, every single detail by the promoter, and we all want to like do the things that make us look like the right thing. But the most success I've had in my matches, and especially recently, are where just one or two dudes are like, this is me, and this is what I do, and I'd appreciate it if you worked with me. And then we fucking goes the other way, and it's like awesome. And the most of my there's three dudes that kind of know who they are in the ring, so like that had a lot to do with it. But yeah, I think it was a lot of fun. I love those guys, and it was a testament to like just letting people do what they do, and like, but we also understand not to do too much, obviously, but like letting three dudes do what they do and have fun with it, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Check that match out. It's really, really good. So, all right, let's do some fan tweets here. I know I saw another one. Actually, let me get it because I got tweeted at before.
You're popular.
I guess. Well, I'm popular because I broke the podcast pretty much. But there was a question. Let me get that. And it was kind of funny because they were talking about coffee. Where is it? Good cop, bad cop. I know you're in the chat. Where is that question? I should screenshot it because it literally came in like right before. Okay. He said, hashtag bad cop wants to know, with Tiff's love of coffee, do you also like a cup of Joe Flacco?
He's a poet and didn't know it. Or you are. Two poets singing fucking duets.
I'm dead. You guys are crazy. So
I do love a good Joe. I'll let you in on a coffee secret that'll change everybody's life.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Instant coffee is the move, bro. The move.
The mood. I don't know how I feel about this.
Listen, but here's the thing. I really like milk a lot. So my shit'll be like half coffee, half water most of the time. But when I'm feeling nice and wasteful, I'll fill up a nice cup of fucking coffee, or I'm sorry, milk only, and just put instant coffee in it and just put that bitch in the microwave. And it's a fucking latte all day. So, but I do love a good cup of black coffee too, as well.
So when you go to Hawaii and you go hug the cows, bring your instant coffee.
I'll have dude. Yes, I'll have the little packets. You can buy them at Dollar General for $1. You get like 8 little instant cups of coffee, and I'll have them in my fucking backpack for sure. Certainly, yes.
I can't. I'm dead. I love it. Thank you for that question. Conrad's in the chat. Everything Pro Wrestling. Gives him some love. I saw you were live, and you're not late because my program decided to be a butt, and we couldn't go live, and we're making it work. So, but you're here now. Thank you. If anybody's interested in AEW, WWE stuff, Conrad's got you covered. Go check him out. Shout out to him. We love him. So, so we're talking about coffee. And then we have another fan tweet. He said, would Flacco be an anagram of focal? Who or what is in your focus right now in the world of wrestling?
What were the first couple words?
He said, all right, so focal, who, or what is your focus right now in the world of wrestling?
Oh, dude, just fucking having fun. I don't give a fuck about nothing right now, dude. Like, I love it's kind of reckless and dumb where I'm at right now, but like, I'm just so in love with like traveling and other stuff that I do that I'm just like doing whatever the fuck I want to do and having fun with wrestling. And that's like my focus for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Traveling.
You definitely travel. I mean, I wanted to talk to you about that definitely because you're all about going to the hostels and then like even you had asked me if I was going when I was going to Aruba. So maybe talk to a little bit because I mean you have a YouTube channel. You post stuff when you go when you travel around. The link is in the description if you want to check it out. So make sure you're subscribed to him as well. So talk to us a little bit about those experiences of like you travel around, go to the hostels, like maybe some of your best and worst experiences you can share with us?
There's a lot. My worst hostel experience is in Atlanta not Atlanta, in Los Angeles for sure.
Mm-hmm.
My worst hostel experience. It was like when Mania Week was there. I had one night at this place in Los Angeles, like the last night before I went home. And I got there late after the show, I think. It was like GCW show. And I got there late and to check in, and I shit you not, there's a man with his feet propped up on like a table, like a man with an accent clipping his toenails with like and like just like not here, like on his phone, like not paying any attention to me at all. That worked there. He was like the guy working there like at the time. And I was like, hey, I'm checking in. And he's like, no, there's no more beds. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I checked in and I luckily I'd also already paid.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he just wasn't like, he like just sold my bed already. He's like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I fucking sold your bed already. And I'm here clipping my toenails in front of you. And so we kind of had like a long little back and forth that kind of ended with me being like, look, man, like, I got too deep with him. I was like, you got family? He's like, yeah. Well, what the fuck would you do if your daughter was here? You'd beat the fuck out of somebody, right? I didn't say that, but I said some shit like that. And eventually I got allowed to sleep on the couch.
Oh, wow.
There's a couch in the hostel in Los Angeles, which was just somebody's fucking house. But yeah, nothing like that's ever happened in any like other country like that. Because the reality of it is those places are like super comforting and like safe places and like just, you know, if you can think about all the things that are bothering you on like a layover or like a long travel day, it's like a hostel is like where you go to like get rid of all that bullshit, because like you can go like, it's, let's say early for check-in, you can go there and like sit on the couch and like put your bag down and like store your bag and like even like cook a shower and take a meal, because all the kitchen and like there's like there's like bathrooms everywhere and they're for everybody, you know what I mean? So like you can go in there and just freshen up, and there's 9 times out of 10 there's like free water and shit. So most of the experiences, like as far as like being in like a hostel, are like pretty chill. Mm-hmm. You don't have it's like being in a dorm or like jail, you know?
Not God. Oh my God.
Not to say like that. No, like not as far as privacy is concerned. Like, yeah, you're sleeping in a room with 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 18 people, you know, whatever. You can get like a whole room there. That's at most hostels, you know. They sell everything. It's like they got 1 or 2 regular rooms with like 1 bed or 2 beds, and then there's like some that are like 3, 4, 5, 6 beds. But you can get a group of people and rent out that whole room. You know what I mean? Just fill up the beds and shit. So there's other ways people do it.
Wow, that is crazy. That guy, like, my goodness. What was the best place you stayed at?
There's one hostel it's all over the world. It's called, but I stayed there in Lima, Peru. It's called Selena Hostels. If you look them, that'd be a good one to put in the corner right there by the pillows. They like put Selena Hostel right there. It's like they're fire. They're number one for sure. They're a little bit more expensive, but when I say that, it's like, you know, $20 as opposed to $10 or what the fuck ever for like a night. It's just like they kind of get the American thing. There's somebody kind of helping you with your luggage, and like there's a coffee place, and like they're very like corny, you know what I mean, for lack of a better term. They're very like corny, and like you get like a free drink bracelet for the friends you're gonna meet for the rest of your life, you know what I mean? But it's also like badass, you know. You're in a dorm with like, I'm in a mixed dormitory room with like, you know, old like Chilean women. You know what I mean? And like, there's like an old man from Australia or some shit. You know, so it's a real cool like experience. And the etiquette is like airport etiquette or like some kind of situation like that. Where you're not like you're obviously not going to be an asshole to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like outside of like the actual rooms, there's like cameras and shit. There's only so many people in there, so like there is lockers. You can buy locks and lock it up and shit, but safety's seldom like an issue in places like that.
Mm-hmm.
From my experience.
Doesn't it be cool though, like that you like meet people like all over the world, and just
Yeah, and they're from who the fuck knows where they're from?
yeah.
And I met a girl that's been all up and down Africa, and
Mm-hmm.
she's on like a crazy. I was in Guatemala and met her, and I'm like, what? Talk to me forever.
That's
We're
pretty
like,
cool.
I'm like cooking extra food, trying to like listen to what she's talking about because she's like in the kitchen. Like I'm not even gonna eat this, but yeah, meet all kind of crazy people.
Oh man.
Fucking lunatic. There's lunatics, bro. And
Oh,
sometimes that and those expat bars, where like the bars where the Americans go to have a burger and shit.
right.
Nuts, dude. Those places are crazy.
In the chat says, not sure if Bobby can see the chat, but want to know if he knows how to say. I'm probably gonna say this wrong. And the New Yorker who doesn't talk right, who definitely doesn't talk. Louis. Leicester as he passed Worcester with flying colors. Leicester, Leicester. Leicester.
Leicester?
I don't leave it for the New Yorker not to know
Is
how
that
to.
up north too?
I guess.
Is that a street up north too? Can you spell that again for me?
Leicester.
Leicester.
I can't. The public school system has failed me.
Me too. The north and the south, dude. We're done for, brother.
I'm dead. All right, so he gave it like a couple of fan tweets the other day. So another one that he has is with Flaco being an anagram of Flacco, him of Rock Me Adamus fame. Adamos. What is the greatest one-hit wonder of all time?
All right, I'm just relieved that you were reading the name. Not a question I needed to be following because that shit had me confused for a second.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I know. It's just like but that's the whole point. That's what he does. That's what he does on his podcast. He likes to mess with everybody on my podcast, so it never makes sense, and it throws it off because it's an anagram. But yeah, so
like, what language am I listening for here, dude?
like, all right. So, what is the greatest one-hit wonder of all time?
Song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Party like a rock star.
Yeah.
They do nothing else. They didn't do nothing else.
I love it. Me and him were talking about Amadeus, the movie. We were going back and forth on Twitter about it, and then he said that he couldn't find it on any of the streaming services, and it really is like one of my favorite movies that I've watched. So it was just funny because like it really brought it back. Conrad's laughing at me in the chat. They're talking about so it's Leicester. That's the Leicester. That's how you say it, Leicester, not like Worcester, Leicester.
That's gotta be. It's like a northern thing. I don't know.
He goes, British English is the language. That's
Okay.
That's why we don't get it.
Leicester. Leicester. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I feel like I need like a cup of tea right now, like seriously, and a freaking school lesson because
I'm just every time I hear one, I'm like, how would Adam Priest say this?
It's one of those days. It's been I said correct. Okay, thank you. I don't know. What do you want for the New Yorker? She says hot dog, and it's like DAWG, but the term is DOG. So it's like.
Yeah, there's like how many Megans are there? There's like 20 ways to spell Megan.
This is true. He said Bobby doing English is on par with Billy doing Mickey Mouse. Oh my God, Billy Dixon started doing a Mickey Mouse voice on this podcast, and forget it. Like. Just send me over the moon.
He went to Leicester.
After he went to Worcester.
There's a pub out.
Chester.
It is a pub out in Leicester. We're gonna go have a point.
We need some tea. We gotta put like the pinky up, and have some instant coffee with some Bruce milk. Like the cow that we're gonna hug.
Put some milk in the microwave. It's time to fucking take out the British.
Is that acceptable in this chat? Pretty much, probably not. All right. Well, all right. Let's get a little serious here. Let's talk about your entrance, because I love that. Everybody's got different things, how they come out. I don't have a dirt bike that we could put together, on this podcast. I tried to find one, but that didn't happen. So talk to us a little bit about that, because the fans go all in, and they're dancing pretty much when you come out, or when you come out with your dirt bike. So talk to us about that.
I guess we've all been working on that since we're playing the video game, and you're making your creative entrance on fucking SmackDown versus Raw, we're just all trying to make things come together. Dude, entrances are just throwing shit against the wall until you make it stick. It took me a while to really, it took till the pandemic for me to dig into the dirt bike thing, which I really am glad I did. I needed something. Because I've been racing. I started racing dirt bikes when I was 5 years old, and that's always been a thing that I've done. So I just eventually started, bringing that into my character, and watching even documentaries I would watch as a kid from freestyle motocross and supercross racing and all type of shit. I don't know if you know about Ryan Deegan and Travis Pastrana and Ricky Carmichael, just play people like that are finding little influences, which I encourage anybody to do. Just watch anything but fucking wrestling and take little influences from that. Because I'm thinking about it now, and I can think about the little things that I have now and where I got it from. Because you started with watching the dirt bike thing, and it's okay, there's a reckless type deal there. And nobody does dirt bikes in wrestling, I don't think. I knew one guy that wore the gear, but nobody does, or nobody does that thing that I do, you know what I mean? So I definitely wanted to add the dirt bike, so I got the dirt bike gear, the dirt bike pants in the bottom. And honestly, I would see not only rappers sometimes, but corridos music, the Mexican music, the Mexican basically rap music, but it sounds like country music. But I love that shit. But yeah, sometimes those guys, because they got a culture of going out in the dunes and riding dirt bikes and fucking drinking micheladas and doing the four-wheelers and coming back and playing a song, and getting fucked up. So they would do performances with the goggles on their fucking head, because they just got out the 4x4, because they just got off the dirt bike. One of my favorite, there's a song called Disfruto lo malo, I think he does. It's I enjoy the battle. I don't know what that is, but if you speak Spanish. But yeah, there's the guy just gets up there and he's wearing full dirt bike gear, and it's his motor, his 450 racing bike is behind him, and he's just singing. So I pick up little stuff from that, and just add the music I've kind of always had, or at least some type of Spanish music. But once I started, actually, I don't know which one. I don't know how I arrived at what I have now. I can't remember exactly, but which one came first. But I really honestly, the AA, the vocal part of it came from, I stole it from Fox, because AR Fox does a lot of that. And I worked with him a lot in the Skulk and Evolve and shit like that. So shout out to Fox. That's who I stole that from, for sure. And the hand motion was I was in a lucha type match one time, and just one day it struck to me that people will copy you. Basically, that's wrestling 101. I don't know if I've ever said that, but people will copy you. People will copy whatever the fuck you're doing. And I had, where you're gonna do the bouncy ropey thing, and they shoot the arm over and you kind of grab it,
right?
You hit him or whatever, and I had my hand up like that. I think it might have even been how to locking the knuckle or whatever. But I seen this little kid put it up or whatever. He put it up with me, And like I didn't even like think nothing of it then, but then like after that I started like making sure I like, you know, thinking about how people are copying you. So like I leave my hand up for long enough and then like bring it back down. And I was like, okay, well I've been doing this like A thing, you know, just roping it all together, wrapping it all together. Now I got a dirt bike. The music that I use has like the inherent like da da da, like not like enough like the beat goes with what I'm trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
and it helps a lot. Like if I go to come out to other people's music, it's tough for me to find my rhythm with like my that dance and whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you just start sewing it together little by little. And Action is a place where I was able to bring that I can drive my dirt bike to and use the entrance, and I'm able to, you know, work on it a lot.
That's so cool. So I love that. I love to see that. So this is why it's on my bucket list. I have to get down to Action. Shout out to Macrovid. We love it. All right. Here's a fun question that like I've asked on the podcast before, so I was like, we have to bring this one back. So if you could deem a national holiday, when would it be and what would it be all about?
I don't want to hear my answer to that. You don't want to hear my answer to that, dude. We got enough fucking holidays, bro. I don't know, a travel holiday, like maybe make a holiday that's also a Friday and a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
It's like designed, built in for like fucking traveling, you know. But as far as like, you know, built in stuff, I think we need to get to work. But yeah, no, we could travel. We could celebrate traveling.
Okay. We'll go with that. All right. So let's do a question that's dear to my heart onto this podcast, Wrestling with Positivity. Very important to me on this channel. So anything that comes to mind that you could share with us, whether it's something you've done for a fan, maybe you've done for a wrestler, maybe a wrestler's done for you, maybe a fan's done something for you, anything particular that, you know, we wouldn't know unless you shared this story.
Fox put a roof over my head for months. When somebody got fucking stabbed in my apartment.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it was crazy. But yeah, so Fox is, I mean, dude, so many people have fucking taken me home when I didn't have a roof. Dude. So many couches, so many fucking meals, so many fucking Ruff is giving me pancakes when I didn't have no money. Leon Ruff. I mean, Atlantis and Gray, they've all looked out for me on the road. Fox and Ayla Fox have looked out for me on the road. Dude, I'm fucking super fucking lucky, bro. I've had a lot of people be really good to me and look out and like offer sometimes when they didn't have, you know, so that I'm super about the positivity, bro. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have been really good to me, and I'm hoping to give it back as much as I can, you know. Because I'm setting, like, there's a good example of that, bro. Even like, man, now with these GCW shows, like the top guys there are all like, just like you hear on the fucking like these podcasts about like, you hear about how like Joe Rogan picks up the tabs, like fucking Effie picks up the tab, fucking, you know, all these people are looking out. Cole has given, you know, helped me out that in so many ways that could, you know, because everything counts on the road, and it's just, you're just flipped financially completely when you can ride with somebody and you got a place to stay. So yeah, so many folks have looked out for sure.
Shout out to all those people. A lot of good people out there. So that's
I don't like to name drop. I could honestly tell you 1,000. You know what I mean? But it's tough for me. Yeah.
No, it's definitely good. So, you know, that's why I like asking that question to like put it out there, you know, pay it forward. You know, there's so many wonderful people out there. People think people are assholes.
It's happening, and it's noticeable, and it's you know, and it's because somebody learned that from somebody else. Effie learned that from Cole, learned that from Effie, who learned that from fucking somebody the fuck else. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's just the people I can speak to. Looking out and taking care, and Brett's always super good to me, and like, yeah, I'm always super happy with the people that I'm around.
Love that. All right. Well, I got two final questions for you. If anybody else has any questions, feel free dropping into the chat. So we're getting like to the end of like 2024. I can't believe like we're getting to like 2025 soon. So what are some goals of yours that you would like to achieve by the end of the year?
I want to win that belt and put together a meaningful like world tour with it. Yeah, or at least start working because he was said by the end of the year. So I want to win the belt and start figuring out what the fuck we're gonna do with it, and like what country, because it's a world. Manners holds it at a high level. So did Priest. So does everybody. Mac. It's a world championship. So I want to take it to some places it's never been and it might never be again.
I could see like the videos where you go to the hostels, like sleeping with it and everything like that.
I don't know if I can afford to fucking get another, get a carry-on bag and carry that thing around. It's gonna be a financial detriment for sure. But it's fine.
Gotta bring it to the cows.
Yeah.
You can defend it against one of the cows or something like that. Be kind of cool.
Because I'm going to like Hawaii and shit, so all my flights coming up are like not cheap flights, so I can bring it.
There you go. So my final question to you, there's a lot of people that listen to this podcast, whether, maybe it's a fan like thinking about getting into wrestling. There are a bunch of, wrestlers that like they're starting out in wrestling and everything. What's the piece of advice that you would give them?
Make sure you love something else. Because putting all your eggs in, it's like don't put all your eggs in one basket, And no, you can put all your eggs in this basket. But as far as like, I said that wrong. Like as far as like simple joy and like simple like things you take pleasure from, and like that could be your family. That should, for most people, it is their family.
Right.
Another place to feel exhilarated and to feel love and to feel joy and to like blah 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 blah. I think if you want to be the best at this, put all your eggs in one basket. But also like, for me, it's the traveling and the dirt bikes and the fucking blah 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 blah. Yeah. So definitely like, as far as things you enjoy, make sure there's other things going on, because it's just like when. I don't know nothing about marriage, but I'm sure it's important to have other things too, because what if you have a fucking bad day with your wife, then what? What if you can't go golfing, I don't go golfing, but you know what I mean? Like, that's what my friends talk about when they're having bad days with their wife. So, yeah, just have something else,
Yeah. Okay. That's some great advice. So, all right. So let's talk about, so we're going to put the graphic up on the screen this Friday. Very important. Again, tune in this Friday. If you can't make it down to Action, you can watch it on IWTV. It's only $10 a month. Can't go wrong with that. So, yeah.
Beat it.
You're going to beat them, you said?
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it. Oh, definitely not. So that's, you got that coming up. And then you sent me another graphic here for Saturday, Noftoberfest. I love it. And I'm totally here for the bridge. I mean, I told you this when you sent it to me. I'm all about the the German suplex with the perfect bridge. So I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm totally sold for this. So I love that.
That's dope. I don't know if you know my boys, non-side heroes, Jose Manuel and Shooter Gabe. They're a tag team out here. They're doing it's like a half concert, half wrestling show, and it's gonna be fucking badass. I'm wrestling Rico, so
definitely good stuff. I feel like all you guys like the Fight Forever. Like I see you guys wrestling a lot of times, like through on the socials. I always see the post and stuff.
I have wrestled Rico a bunch of times. I love Rico.
He's gonna be giving out street tacos. Like we talked about this on this podcast. That you get a street taco, everybody gets a street taco, pretty much. So I love that.
Is that his gimmick?
It should be. He should come out with that. I love it. I love it very much. So, yeah. So, tell everybody where they can follow you if they want to follow you, support you, all that fun stuff.
My number one thing is my YouTube page, Hostile Bob on YouTube. I think she said it's down there.
I have everything in the description.
At hostel_Bob. I also have a Patreon that's at hostel_Bob. It's like one of those just kike support or whatever, but also I put my early release vlogs and photos and like just little bullshit I'm working on that might not be ready to put into the YouTube algorithm, just kind of throw up. Got that going on. Twitter, we're on here, Bobby Flaco, WWA4. I'm on Instagram. Yeah, I really just want to grow the travel vlog and shit, through Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So give a follow. All those links are in the description below.
All right, going crazy places, dude. I'm going fucking Guatemala, Chile, about to go to Hawaii.
So cool.
Argentina, Peru. I spent some days in the Amazon. I caught piranhas in the Amazon. Go check it out. I ate bugs in the Amazon.
Oh, God.
Slept in a Costa Rican jungle hut. I got scammed and detained in Costa Rica.
Oh, wow.
We're all over the place, dude.
Make sure you give a follow. So is there anything else that we didn't cover that you would like to share with everybody?
No,
covered a lot.
Yeah, we talked a good bit.
Yeah.
Well, we should talk again for sure.
Definitely. Definitely. Welcome back onto the podcast in the future. You got to come back when you win the belt. You know.
Sure.
You gotta.
I'm gonna call these motherfuckers. Everybody's just waiting for me to win the belt. Now they want to talk about it. I'm not talking about wrestling. I'm talking about travel when I get on your podcast.
Gotta talk a little bit of everything, pretty much on here, or whatever. We gotta cover. We're giving it like a little bit, a little worldwide, pretty much. So
I enjoyed your questions a lot. You had good questions that were specific and not generic. So hell yeah.
Thank you, and thanks for everybody in the chat who joined in. And again, I'm sorry for our technical issues today, to everybody. So I appreciate you hanging with me that happened, and everybody that's supporting the podcast. And if you're listening to this later, leave some love, leave a comment, make sure you follow him, get them, support and everything like that.
Subscribe to YouTube.
Well, thanks guys so much. As always, stay safe, support independent wrestling, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.